Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about a cut scene that involved the Mosasaurus from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. In the very early stages of development, this sequel would have opened with a giant animal attacking a whaling vessel. In the month following that film's release, concept art has surfaced that depicts what was planned to happen before the scene was scrapped. The storyboards we're about to go over show a lot of the giant marine reptile, and it's something that I think fans of the Mosa would have loved to have seen on the big screen. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this little scene got repurposed for Jurassic World 3. If we're lucky, that is. For those of us that have seen the final version of Fallen Kingdom, we all know that the Mosasaurus was released by a few mercs and a guy with access to the reptile's lagoon at the beginning of the film. The opening Bayona chose to incorporate relied heavily on the Tyrannosaurus for suspense, while the Mosasaurus made 3 notable kills for dramatic effect. Well, originally, we'd have to add a whale or 2 to that body count. It looks like the Mosasaurus would have been following a pod of whales during an interesting whaling sequence. The whalers would shoot their harpoons into the side of one of the mammals just before the massive Mosa would bite into the unsuspecting creature and leap out of the water and possibly even over the entire ship if this storyboard is to be taken realistically. Kind of a dark twist on Free Willy. And from there, it actually looks like the Mosasaurus would either kill a few of the men on board the vessel, or possibly do battle with the boat before we got the title card. From what I can gather, this would probably have led to the meeting Ian Malcolm had with Congress before we meet back up with Claire Deering and her new dinosaur protection group. That being said, in my opinion, this would have been an extremely effective opening, and it would definitely give us something that we've never seen before, although, personally, I think I prefer the Tyrannosaurus attack on the helicopter over what's shown here. To me, Fallen Kingdom easily has the greatest opening out of the entire Jurassic Park franchise, and it's the incorporation of so many masterfully directed dinosaur sequences and beautiful cinematography that make it the effective intro that it is. I'm not so sure you'd be able to get that level of intensity from the whaling sequence that they chose to cut. Don't get me wrong, I have no doubt that it would be awesome. But if you're asking me personally, seeing the T-Rex emerge from the jungle and watching that doomed yellow coat worker scream in a way that seemed legitimately genuine and terrified, that pushed all the right buttons for this Jurassic fan to get satisfied. Now, the reason they didn't use this whaling scene to open the film looks to have been due to some big script revisions that happened during the early stages of pre-production. Originally, Colin Trevorrow turned in a massive draft for Fallen Kingdom that actually explored the loose dinosaurs and open source of genetic power far more than the montage of what we got to see at the end of the film. Frank Marshall, one of the producers of the movie, felt like they needed to tone down some of what was in the script and save it for Jurassic World 3. This opening happened to be one of the changes that was made early on before the cameras ever started rolling. But hopefully, they can repurpose this scene in some way, shape, or form for the final installment in the franchise. But those are all just my thoughts on this particular sequence. Would you guys have liked to have seen the Mosasaurus attack a whaling vessel in Fallen Kingdom? Or would you like to possibly see it happen in future Jurassic stories that they've yet to tell? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Words can't express how awesome it is to have you guys help me build this thing up, and I seriously am eternally grateful for every shred of support that you've shown me. Honestly guys, it means the world. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you on the next video, guys. And as always, take it easy.